Hell divers, this is Licketsplit. We about to get this shit lit. Hello, welcome to my show. Let's see what we gonna do. We gonna fight bots again today. Oh, we was on the bugs. We got some luminous here.
Expunge the squids from our territory.
Initiating FTL jump to the rear relay system. Jump complete. Coordinates locked. Health pods prime.
Welcome, Helldiver. Fire. Hot dog, laser. A jump pack. Helldivers never die. Hurrah!
We need not understand their ways in order to annihilate them. Deploying equipment batteries. Deploying support weapon. Sending out an SOS!
Helldivers never die. Hurrah!
Tactical asset nearby. Allied destroyer joining squadron, deploying Helldiver combat zone.
Welcome, Helldiver. Oh, shit. Look at them motherfuckers there. I lost all my shit too. That's all right. Here go one right here.
Orbital inbound. Orbital barrage incoming. Stand clear.
We'll let that fest over there for a little while.
Allied destroyer joining squadron, deploying Helldiver.
All divers never die. Hurrah! Totally outrageous. I'll do better than that. Woo! Knocked his ass down though. Quit following me.
Reporting to the front. I'm out. Last reload.
Objective critical stratagem available.
Calling in a help. Rare sample acquired. I got the terminal. Hellbomb armed. Clear the area.
Enemy elite, north, 50 meters.
Woo!
Requesting orbital.
Tactical assets in your position.
Damn it. I ain't do shit to him. Well, I can't use this gun. I was just trying something out. Since I'm fighting against the squids, I usually don't fight the squids.
Reloading.
Liberty dispensed. Tagging map, northwest, 100 meters. Calling down a sentry.
Calling down a support weapon. Orbital inbound.
Orbital barrage incoming. Stand clear. Sending an ambulance.
Requesting backpack.
Heavy, southeast, 50 meters.
Calling down a sentry. Requesting air support. Requesting advanced weaponry. Activating shotgun.
Objective critical
Calling down
strategy
advanced
available.
equipment.
Objective critical strategy
Throwing
no
supply
longer
beacon.
available.
Thank you. Engaging terminal.
Outpost destroyed.
I got the terminal. Engaging terminal. Calling down support weapon.
Mission at 30 minutes remaining. Tactical assets near your position.
I'm out.
Reinforcements have been launched. Democracy delivered.
Calling in reinforcements.
Request approved.
Tagging
Reinforcements
left.
on the way.
Southeast. Bar. Requesting orbital.
Engaging orbital lasers. Objective complete.
Sample should radiate in the water. I've got the package. Dropping package. Dropping a pin. East, 200 meters.
Hell divers never die. Hurrah! Tight packing mound. Well, I usually play on the bots. I like the bots. I done fell in love with the bots. Now I was a bug man. Yeah, so we're gonna try the Luminous today.
How about a nice top of liberty? Requesting sentry. Reinforcing.
Request approved. Reinforcements on the way.
Last reload.
Ooh, when y'all start shooting shit like that. Oh my God.
Request approved. Deploying reinforcements.
Point leading enemy! Calling in reinforcements. Requesting advanced weaponry.
Request approved.
Attack inbound.
Reinforcements have been launched.
Bullet storm back there, you can get it.
Orbital inbound.
Firing orbital barrage. Clear the area.
Oh, get up out of here.
Mission at 20 minutes remaining.
Tagging map. North far.
North far. We're gonna go tear this shit up here.
Activating jump jump. Calling down a support weapon. Calling in reinforcements.
Request approved. Deploying reinforcements.
To the sky. Not after all that shit.
Request approved. Reinforcements on the way.
Red ship delivery. Requesting orbital. Requesting advanced weapons. Requesting tac.
Let me get some of that.
Request approved. Reinforce allied destroyer has surveyed. Now head to the extraction point.
Not yet.
Calling in reinforcements.
Last reload. Out of ammo. Calling down the support weapons. Throwing supply beacon.
Going down the support weapon. Requesting sentry.
I'm out. I'm out.
Allied destroyer joining squadron.
Welcome, Hell Diver. Welcome to your death, Hell Diver.
Request approved. Reinforcement budget depleted. Request approved. Deploying reinforcements.
Wouldn't let me land on him.
Requesting air support.
Extraction is available.
Requesting advanced weaponry.
Get you one of these bullets thrown, buddy. Why this shit here?
Dropping a pin. Southeast 6
Let's go.
Tac inbound. Calling down the support weapon.
Landing in the Eagle.
Mission 10 minutes remaining.
Calling down the support weapon. How'd you like the taste of freedom?
I love the taste of freedom.
Reinforcement funding approved.
How you like the taste of democracy?
Request approved. Deploying reinforcements. Action when ready.
I'm out. Calling down the support weapon. Hold position. We've got equipment. Thank you.
Extraction request confirmed. Shuttle inbound.
I'm out.
ETA T-minus 1 minute 30 seconds. Additional reinforcement funding approved. ETA T-minus 1 minute.
You son of a biscuit.
Requesting sentry.
Knocked it out the air.
Joining the Reloading. Going down a
T-minus 30 seconds.
Calling down the support weapon.
Ooh! Y'all use the bullet storm. Go ahead. Use all that you want to use. Y'all can use it. Use everything. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's the way you use that goddamn that gun. Hell diver never die. Light it up, yo. 3 minutes, here I come. 3 minutes. All right, let me in, yo. We can go. Thank y'all for waiting on me.
Calling down a sentry.
Let's Get the hell out of here, yo. I'm ready. Hoorah! Good show, God. Good show. Oh shit, the TBO.
Here in the United States, we are all
Hell divers never die. Hurrah!
Something was reported today, and it was by Moody's. Moody's is now saying here in the U.S. we
Can't
have
keep up with this little mother freaker.
of about $1 trillion.
I order me down.
When I show you what it says. It says Moody's warns the U.S. flood protection gap could
That was great, fella. That was great. Let's see what we can do on the next bus. Bus time, bus time. Everybody did good. I gotta go get rid of the gun though.
be over $1 trillion.
We gonna fight them. I need some give me the double L sickle.
More than 20 million Americans are targeted
No.
by flash flooding as a severe storm sweeps.
Give me that gun I had before. That right there.
It says downpours,
Liberator.
flood risk, and drought relief to southern U.S. But I want to show you some of these clips. This part here is just from 5 days ago over in New York.
Dillinger. The night. Oh yeah, night SNG. MP390. Okay, I'm gonna try this right here, yo.
People getting off of a bus.
And then we need this here.
Right. Just find
Yeah, I'm gonna keep that there.
waters. The
Alright, yo, let's go get it, yo. I'm ready.
Look what just happened just yesterday. This is in Birmingham, Alabama.
Coordinates locked. Hellpods prime. Engaging orbital thrusters.
When the undemocratic redeemed our enemies is at last sightless,
This is on a freeway.
Birmingham,
Birmingham, Alabama. Okay, this isn't even the worst of it. This is just driving on a freeway. Look at this though. This right here is in Licketsplit, Texas.
Hell divers never die. Hurrah! Y'all ready, Buster? Let's get them. Alright, I'm pick some good shit this time.
Yeah, that's in Forward, Texas. And again, we are seeing flooding in so many different areas. I want to show you another one. This right here. Okay, look at this again. Another
Allied
one.
destroyer has joined squadron.
Welcome, Hell Diver.
Engaging orbital thrusters.
12 feet down. Like a major
Orbit
storm just went through
synchronized.
here. Watching all the molds out of the park.
Hellpod lost condition.
They warned us last night. Hello, buddy.
Yeah, you can see the water is much higher than what it used to be. This is the reason why I'm showing this. Look at this. It says many buyers misunderstand home insurance coverage. It says a new survey found many Americans misunderstand what standard homeowners and auto insurance policies actually cover, including flood damage, rebuilding costs, and common exclusions. For realtors, the findings underscore why insurance literacy should be part of affordability and homeownership conversations early in the buying process. Now, the reason why I bring this to your attention today, number one, we are already seeing flooding here in the U.S. Number two,
Requesting advanced weaponry.
or you can get into a property. If you are living in a flood
Requesting
zone,
walker.
you have to have flood insurance. It's separate from homeowners insurance. Most people don't realize it. Honestly, I didn't know that for the majority of my life. It wasn't until a recent home version that was actually a flood zone, that in a dedicated flood zone, that we had to buy homeowners insurance plus we had to go and get a flood policy for that house. Yeah, I didn't know that. And any other property had no clue that was a thing until now. And now I'm realizing that there's other houses that are also in a flood zone. Okay? They have risk of flooding for whatever reason. Near a lake, near a river, right? On the bottom of a hill. Again, flooding damage. Now, why is this a big deal? Well, it's because of what movies report. I want to read a little bit, Chief. It says right here, U.S. residential...
Put a storm, baby.
a growing credit risk to state and local government with aggregated uninsured losses potentially rising from $375 billion more than $1 trillion under more severe flood scenarios. It says the rating agency said its nationwide analysis highlights a structural mismatch between expanding flood hazard and limited insurance income, as recovery costs increasingly shifted to household, local authorities, and federal relief mechanisms. Yeah, the insurance company isn't taking this risk, okay? They're shifting it to the house, the local, the federal relief, okay? And that's what's happening. And I think so many people don't realize this. And again, why I'm bringing it to your attention. We are now starting to see more risk of flooding. We're seeing this all over. We see risk of wildfire. And then we see risk of flooding. Right? Essentially, we're talking about flooding when the majority of the United States is early in year one drought. Yeah. That's how crazy it is in today's time. But this is why I'm bringing it to your attention. Flood insurance is not something that is extremely expensive, but it's something that's necessary because if you're at home, which for most people that's the biggest asset they have, the biggest expense they have, the biggest headache they have, is their home. If for some reason it gets flood damage, and again, it will not be protected under your normal homeowner's insurance, these do, through millions of people, they would be out of luck. They have no alternative. Couldn't afford a new home. Can't afford to fix their existing home. But yet they're supposed to pay for it. Now, I want to leave you with one last thing, okay? I want to read a little bit of this article right here. It says right here, as an area of high pressure rain off the east coast, abundant coastal Atlantic moisture continues to be pulled northward across much of the southeast, and more notably into the mid-Atlantic and Ohio Valley. Overnight, heavy rain impacted portions of Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and Georgia. The downpour continues today. Level 1 out of 4 flash flood risk rating in effect in the same area, mainly due to the persistent nature of the rainfall. Okay? It says already saturated soil cannot absorb much more rain. So even a smaller thunderstorm or hailstorm can increase the flash flood threat through this afternoon. Now, here in Washington State, we had a flood like this, okay, recently. But what happened is we had a
Hold on.
downpour, and on top of that, it was consistent rain. Consistent raining, and again, it wasn't a drift, but it was a downpour. Somewhere in between. The problem is the last several days, and we already had this much water. The ground couldn't absorb any more water. So guess what? It just piled up on top. And we saw a lot of flooding. There was
Okay.
okay? So, concern is we can see more of that here in the U.S. But the reason I'm telling you this is because if you don't have the proper flood insurance, you won't be protected. So, do yourself a favor, look into this. Figure out, are you in a flood zone? Should you get flood insurance?
Hoorah! Oh shit, who at me?
But let me know your thoughts in the comments section.
New man!
I'm headed extraction, yo! No, I ain't.
Calling down a support weapon! Calling down supplies! Got equipment. Tagging map, southeast, far. Reloading!
5 minutes remaining. I repeat, 5 minutes remaining.
Run, you son of a biscuit, run! Motherfucker! I apologize for the language. I was out of hand then.
Calling in reinforcements.
Reinforcing! Point me to the enemy! Thank you. Tac inbound. Requesting advanced weaponry. We've got equipment. Calling down a sentry.
He got it off.
Extraction shuttle inbound.
Requesting orbital.
Firing orbital barrage. Clear the area.
Calling down a support weapon. Doing supply beacon.
T-minus 1 minute and 30 seconds. Request approved. Deploying reinforcements. T-minus 1 minute.
Calling down a walker.
Y'all go ahead and play with that walker. Y'all can play with it.
30 seconds.
I just dropped it out there for drop. Anybody want to play with it? Hell divers never die. Hurrah!
Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent. That won't teach the Illuminate to challenge Super Earth.
You know, for the past 2 weeks, I've been literally revolved all over the internet, and it all stems around this one specific little word
Asha Sharman.
people have on the tips of their tongues in the gaming space, and that word is exclusive. Now the thing is, though, this isn't a brand new conversation being had. Exclusive games have been part of the gaming zeitgeist since the 80s, dare I even say the early 90s, all the way up until 2020.
Hurrah! Hell divers never die.
People were comfortable with that idea. If you want to play the game, you gotta buy the box that the game's part of. You can't play it. People, in fact, even saw value in that exclusive, stating that the only reason to buy the box is because of that one game being locked away behind that paywall.
Welcome aboard,
Using
Helldiver.
every kind of
Against all odds.
analogy I could even come up with. Everything from
Alright, yo, let's go get that last one.
of head coaches trying to buy a car, or even at the same time buying a Whopper at McDonald's. Who could believe that kind of thing would even happen? It's like raining cats and dogs outside. The insanity, I tell you. But the thing is, that wall came crumbling down. In fact, it came crashing down to Spencer when he basically stated to everybody that they lost the worst generation of consoles to in fact lose. And I think he was actually correct about that. So Xbox had to get creative, try new things. They had to fix the problems. They removed Kinect, they removed TV, they removed the always online infrastructure, but still, people wouldn't come back. They then tried Game Pass, bringing it down to $1 a month to entice people to play games day and date on that actual storefront. And still, people wouldn't come back. And then after the Series X was announced and released, we still had major problems and issues. Games being delayed, games not coming out, not having any sort of content available for the platform, and Game Pass not being up to snuff of where it should be in terms of releases. But things got even crazier. Microsoft
Hell divers never die. Hurrah!
Activision Blizzard King. They became one of the largest publishers on the planet and was spending $69 billion. They decided to say, you know what? We can't have that kind of hole sitting in our bankrolls. We gotta make that money up as much as we can. They instituted a 30% profit margin, and then at the same time began placing just 4 games across all platforms, which then led to all games across all platforms. But it wasn't just Xbox doing this either. No, PlayStation saw the money being made as well, and they put a vast majority of their games onto the PC platform as well. Not just Steam, but also on GOG and the Epic Game Store, raking in over $2 billion in just a few years simply off of PC gamers alone. And it got even so crazy that also placed on Xbox as well. It looked like everybody was part of the money party, making money off of every other storefront and platform they possibly can, and things were looking pretty good for the average gamer. Until this happened. Back in March of 2020,
God damn it, man.
Technica reported off of a Bloomberg article saying this: after a rocky 6 years,
Killed my damn self.
future single-player PC
Fuck.
releases. Titles like Ghost of Yote will remain exclusive to Sony hardware. Yeah, it looked like the party of everybody having a great time and playing video games was in fact going to be over, and people were in fact incredibly upset about this. Me, for example, I don't like PlayStation games, but I also don't want
You can get the other Bulletstorm if you want it, brother.
specific platform that will be tossed aside over time without anyone being able to preserve that title whatsoever. On top of that, there are in fact people on PC who might want to play PlayStation games investment to be making in this time of crisis, especially with the cost of components and even RAM. every other major company increasing prices, not only of their hardware, but also of their games and of their services. Seeing the $80 video game price tag, not making things any cheaper, and hardware that is 6 years old, not getting a single price decrease, but instead multiple price increases, causing people to say, I'm just not going to upgrade, I'm not going to buy a secondary console, and clearly this is not going to be the way that I'm going to be spending my money. And it didn't just stop there, because a little bit ago, we found out as well that Bloomberg also reported that in a town hall, Herman Hulst confirmed that games are going to no longer be on the PC platform unless they were in fact live service. And then my opinion, PC Gamer had the funniest headline about the entire situation, with them saying this: Sony retreats from PC gaming, robbing us of maybe 4 games. The prestige Sony game is an increasingly endangered species. And honestly, I gotta say, that was in fact one of the funnier headlines between PlayStation back away from PC gaming. Now look, like I said before,
take that, you son of a biscuit.
PlayStation games, but there are people who don't want to buy a console to in fact play them and would rather use their own preferred platform. Keep that in mind for later, by the way. In the business, we call that foreshadow. But I think the funniest part has been watching as so many other fanboys on Twitter running around and screeching, asking for PlayStation to in fact delist and remove their games from Steam, even though they don't realize once a game is on the PC, it's on there for life. Regardless of whatever storefront it's on, we have our own ways of obtaining those video games, whether by hook or by crook, or even via emulation. That kind of thing always comes around. At some point in time, your precious exclusive will in fact be on PC. The difference is whether I paid for it or not. But you see, all of this is good content.
After I finish this game, yo, if y'all still want to play, I'm going to go over to the bot side again. No, the bug side. No, the bots. I'm going to fight the bots.
Or, in my opinion, just a PC. Windows 11 as their baseline platform we're going to be using. And the big draw of this wasn't the fact that Xbox was a new console, it was the fact that people could get other storefronts on that platform as well. And the best case study of how that would in fact work was this: the ROG Ally X, being able to access Ubisoft Connect, EA, Battle.net, the Xbox PC app, Steam, and even GOG in one simple device. That was the pitch. That's the idea of what the Helix will also be. And clearly, that's exactly what people are looking for. Full, complete access to every game library in one place. That, I think, was going to be the biggest strong thing that Xbox was going to do for the user. The problem, though, is the community may be wanting something different. You see, the Xbox player voice came out recently as well, where users want to go around and ask what they want Xbox to do. And the #1 voted thing that people wanted, with 19.3 thousand upvotes, is exclusives. Literally an entire paragraph written as if it was a 13-year-old child screaming at something like Game Pro magazine about how great their exclusives are, is exactly what people were in fact looking for when talking about Xbox. And under that, with a few less thousand votes, was everything else people in fact really wanted. Things that bring actual value to the platform. Things like making online multiplayer free and not paying for it. Things like more backwards compatibility. Things like a Game Pass family plan. And even an entire restructuring to achievements. But no, instead, people want to have imaginary list wars on Twitter about how their exclusive games are so much better than the other guys. That's true value. Even though what we're seeing right now, the true value is people being able to access more games than ever before at lower prices. That is what everybody is looking for. It's too expensive to buy consoles. It's too insane to spend all that money on online services, and games hitting $80, soon to be possibly even $90, is actually insane, which nobody can in fact afford. But yet we want to run around and talk about how exclusives are the true value of an actual
Sweet Liberty.
It's completely ridiculous, if you ask me. And the thing is, the fever pitch for exclusives became so high that those same users were in fact asking for exclusivity over having more value and paying less for more games. No, I'm not kidding. You see, Jez Porten, the Firestarter on Twitter, said this: if you had to choose, what would you rather have on Xbox? Console exclusive games or day one on Game Pass? With 57.6% of all the users picking
Holy shit!
and 42% picking day one Game Pass. I feel like I'm living in bizarro world right now. This was 6 days ago, and yet still for some reason this conversation is still raging on. How could anybody in their right collective mind truly sit there?
I'm still coming at me.
I can't wait to pay more money for every single game that I want to buy day one or even a little bit after at $70 rather than paying $23 to access all those games as well. You're literally paying 3 to 4 times more for one game than you would getting hundreds of games overall with one simple monthly access fee. I don't understand how exclusives are more valuable or have more value when you're paying more money from them instead of the actual service you're getting from the very beginning.
Fuck they.
When you think about it monetarily, you're spending $70 on one video game when you can instead spend 23 and get hundreds instead, plus the game you're going to spend $70 for in the first place. Explain to me how an exclusive game where the other PlayStation guy who can't play the game brings you more value to it than you spending less money for more video games. I need to know. I need to know. In fact, things got so crazy that now people were literally asking about Xbox removing their games from Steam as well and applying them only on their Xbox PC app, even though we've seen Forza Horizon sell bucket loads of copies before the game even actually came out, and providing that with like the $120 version on Steam, by the way, and then when the game actually released, hitting 300,000 players at its all-time actual peak. How on earth are you going to sit there and look Microsoft dead in the face and say, hey bros, I know you guys made millions of dollars off putting your game onto Steam, but it'd be like super cool to go ahead and like remove those games from that platform and then put them on your own Xbox PC app that nobody uses because it's actual garbage, by the way. Because exclusivity is the bee's knees, am I right? That's real value. You know what I'm saying? No! And you're probably thinking to yourself, Alex, where did that conversation point even come up? How did that even in fact happen? There's no way someone would be that in fact insane. Well, it started with a small fly. Chris Mizzo on Twitter said this: Microsoft needs to leave gaming services in the
He got it off.
I bought Forza Horizon 6 on Steam. Why should the game depend on Microsoft's broken service layer just to launch? Steam already handles ownership. Steam already handles updates. Steam already handles installs. Gaming services only add another failure point. People are buying Forza Horizon 6 instead of game services errors. This is absolutely unnecessary. Xbox games on Steam should only launch through Steam. And guess what then replies? What if Xbox left Steam altogether? Thinking of oh, Jez, you little fire starter, you, always causing a problem for some reason. Brother, when are you just gonna stop tweeting, bro? Literally, everybody takes her tweets and says the wrong thing. Because of that one tweet that Jez made, just as an actual thought experiment. Not even saying that it was going to happen, he just said a literal what if. The entire internet ran roughshod with that, stating that it was now a rumor that Xbox is going to be removing their games from Steam. No, I kid you not. Look, boom, there it is. Right on Reddit, Gaming Leaks and Rumors. They're trying to say that Jez said that they were going to be leaving Steam altogether. And Jez had to reply with saying, no, I didn't. I didn't say that at all. And that's not what Jez said. Jez simply asked a rhetorical question. What if they just left Steam altogether? And that would be something insane. And things got even worse with this. Podcasts started popping up. Online gaming pundits were stating Xbox should leave Steam and put their games on the PC app, even though the PC app literally still to this day does not function correctly. Has literally 1/100th of the same faculties of what Steam has on its own. And why do I say this? It's not because I'm a Steam laser. It's not because I'm a Valve fanboy. It's because I've seen exclusivity firsthand happen on an open platform and literally fail Not because of the game, but because of the fact that the competing platform didn't do anything to help the user. According to BGC, Remedy's new CEO said Alan Wake and Control, quote, should have sold more, and that an Annapurna movie/TV deal will, quote, help us do that. Oh, that's what he thinks? He thinks an Annapurna TV and movie deal is going to help people go out and buy copies of Control and Alan Wake. You know what would have helped with that, my boy? I'll tell you. How about not making those games Epic Store exclusive when they first launched? Have to wait multiple years for it to come out on PC and Steam later on. That's why I said come out on PC later on, because if a game is on Epic, it basically doesn't exist when it's on the PC platform. We have looked at for the past 6+ years watching as Epic Games has gone around and locked games behind exclusivity, whether it's permanent or, in fact, temporary, as they're trying to money hack games on their own storefront. Boy, it seems sort of familiar now, doesn't it? And what happened? Practically the majority of all PC gamers basically said, I'm going to wait till it hits the platform that I want to use instead, and if it doesn't, well, guess what? I simply just won't buy it. And that's the state we're in right now.
Shiloh.
And it's a perfect allegory to what's happening on the console space as well. Putting games behind an actual paywall is not going to do anything, especially when PC gamers practically said, a paywall, I'm not even giving you my goddamn email address. PlayStation didn't get their email addresses from us for their PSN, Helldivers 2, and Epic Games didn't get that either. So what do you think a paywall's gonna do? We're trying to buy a console for a platform we don't even like for one specific kind of game. I've proven through multiple videos, articles, and research that even Epic Games...
My life was Super Earth.
Go into the storefront, turn it on, open it up, get their free game, close the Epic Games Store, and then spend their money on Steam instead. Not because Steam is a monopoly, but because Steam's focus has been on the user experience and the platform overall.
We gotta go blow up the ship.
They're successful. You see, we are in the space right now in the industry where people cannot afford anything, and game prices are ever increasing over and over again. And simply having one or two IPs behind a plastic box paywall is not going to be enough to assuade someone moving to that platform or buying it as well. If Xbox truly wants to compete, they're going to have to do a lot of specific things. They're going to have to fix their Xbox PC app. They're going to have to make their actual game mode look more like Steam's Big Picture mode. They're going to have to provide more stuff for their users on PC and on console to have a better experience. They're going to have to work twice as hard to bring over any PC gamer, and simply pulling a game off of Steam is not going to be enough for the user to open the Xbox PC app. Hell, we're not even doing it right now, where Game Pass is the cheapest it's ever been on the PC version as well. Now, here could be the other option in that case. If we saw that these consoles were in fact dropping in price and were far more affordable, let's say $299 for the base Series PS5, $299 for the base Series X, $199 or even $99.
Adigi dag, Shiloh.
For multiplayer,
Shiloh.
say, you know what? There's exclusives there. It's cheap enough. Now I'll buy that actual console. I'll have my second-hand one, whether it's a PlayStation gamer getting an Xbox or an Xbox gamer getting a PlayStation. We don't have that now. And with the rumors of next generation being $1,000 plus, we're not going to see that kind of thing happen either ever again. So clearly, being able to market your game to more people is going to be the best way moving forward. If Xbox focuses on that, it doesn't matter how many games go to PlayStation. It doesn't matter how many games hit Steam as well. It doesn't matter
Adigi dag, Shiloh.
that you as a user
Adigi dag, my Shiloh.
correctly, and you have a better platform doing more for you overall. And if you want to know why Steam is the way it is, that's why. Because Gabe Newell even said it himself. Their competition is not Bungie, is not Microsoft, is not PlayStation. Steam's own competition are its users. When they screw up, they are notified. They are told. So what they do is they try to treat their users with the highest amount of respect they possibly can. And by doing that, they are guaranteeing those users to stay on that platform. Not because of exclusives, but because they're treated right and they're given the right ways of enjoying that platform in the first place. If Xbox can do that, and take those chapters and pages, you will see a vastly different Xbox more than any exclusive could ever bring. But you know what? I want to hear what you guys got to say about this in the comment section down below. Do you think exclusives are in fact the way that Xbox needs to go? Or do you think, like me, where the platform itself is of the highest priority and the user experience as well? I want to hear what you got to say. And speaking about what you got to say, here's the comment of the day from yesterday's video. With Pain3134 saying this, listening to customers is not doing nothing. Pain, my friend, you are absolutely correct. Even though the meme is now doing nothing. Listen, and if Xbox can do that too and apply the right feedback, then they can also be successful. And that would be a huge deal overall. But as always, if you guys want to see more of this kind of content though, more PC board reviews, gaming news, Steam Deck videos, fanboy content, and live streams, subscribe to the channel. If you want Discord access or most during those streams, become a YouTube member. It's as low as $1. Look, if you don't want to spend the buck, don't sweat it. Just come on down to the live streams, Saturday night, 8:45 p.m. Eastern, live, right here on the channel, as I wear a banana suit and get insulted with text-to-speech. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. Saturday nights, live, right here on this channel, 8:45 p.m. Eastern. It's a hell of a show. You don't want to miss it. Oh, do you want even more of me? Check out Oh No It's Alex Gaming. Link to the channel is in the description down below. I post new videos up every single Monday and do daily live streams between 10:15 a.m. all the way to 2. We're hanging out playing Lego Batman, a little bit of Path of Exile, and just talking to you guys, the best community on YouTube. Honestly, you're the absolute.
Oh yeah.
And I love you guys a lot. Thank you guys so much for practically everything. So if you haven't seen it, come on down. Link to that channel in the description down below. With all that being said though, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you have a great one, and I'll see you viewers next time.
We're gonna knock that motherfucker down. That should be it, though. I told you that should be it.
Democracy has been well delivered. Layer extraction be swift.
300 meters.
Dropping a pin. Zone. 300 meters. I'll handle the terminal.
Mission at 20 minutes remaining.
Quit! Orbital inbound.
Engaging orbital laser.
How do you like the taste of freedom? Out of ammo.
Out of ammo.
Calling down a support weapon.
Sending an eagle.
Marking
Calling
extraction
down a
point.
sentry.
Shiloh. I I dig it on my shallow.
Calling down a sentry.
Another day. I wonder what's going on in the world of video games. Let's check out the latest headlines. Oh, people are screaming at the head of PlayStation because they shut down Blue Point. They keep insisting on live service games. You know, that's just what happens. What's important is that there's competition. And, you know, competition breeds excellence. And I think Xbox can still do something pretty interesting, right, Xbox? Phil Spencer is gone, and so is Sarah Bond. I mean, sometimes change is really good. Oh wait, the new person Asha is they come from Microsoft AI. They're an AI executive, and she's never worked in games in her life. Okay, well, strange choice, but you know, maybe she's a passionate gamer. Oh, she answered everybody on Twitter using AI. At this point, we're not even sure if she's real. She might actually just be AI. Okay, well, at least...
I think we done took all the red out.
Nintendo, right? Who am I kidding, Nintendo? I know, I'm just saying, you keep raising prices and you keep putting out less games and you put out Metroid Prime. You overpriced and underdelivered, Nintendo. But you know what? It's fine because there's alternatives out there. Most people can just go and buy a Steam Deck instead, right? Oh, the Steam Deck is sold out. Well, that's fine. You know, Steam Deck isn't the only alternative on the market. Linux-based operating systems are the future. They're going to definitely dominate the market, and as soon as people realize that you get better performance, better games at lower prices, like, everybody's going to switch over. It's just a matter of getting a Steam machine until that takes over the living room. What's that? Oh, delayed, huh? Forward to, like, new consoles still, right?
Hell divers never die. Hurrah!
Kind of sucks that we don't have anything. Oh, and like, wait, why are we getting new consoles? Oh, right, because the guy who said that water should be prioritized for AI servers instead of humans keeps saying that AI is the future and everybody's betting on that, and now components and hardware are just not a thing. You know what? I tried, but actually, maybe I didn't try hard enough. Yeah, in case you haven't noticed, the gaming industry is, I wouldn't even say collapsing. I think it's just like a free fall. They just decided to like jump off whatever cliff they could find. All of them at the same time. And I'm not here to pretend that the issues, you know, the wider problems in the world aren't pretty huge as well. But that's starting to spill over into video games quite a lot. It really does feel like the industry has been simultaneously lost and also very clear in its goal of killing the art of video games and trying to treat us, the customers, like dogs for a pretty long while. And now everything just seems to be crashing down because it turns out it was always a bit of a house of cards. However, the fact that PlayStation is pissing away money, Xbox doesn't seem very clear on what they're doing, and all of the information we have regarding what's going on over there seems very not trustworthy and very confusing. Nintendo's doing its own thing, and probably at this point in time, they're going to start financing themselves through Mario movies. And the ongoing AI hardware crisis, the Ramapocalypse that is facing all of us, it's really not looking good. But somehow, and I promise this is true, I've made this promise before, and I've kept it. By the end of this video, where we're going to analyze everything that's going on and why, you're going to feel really good about the future of video games. I know that sounds impossible.
Burn his ass up.
It's true. How am I going to do that? Well, you're going to have to wait and see, but also, hi, I'm Mug, and if you're new here, welcome, and if you're not new here, welcome back. You are looking great today. And remember that if at any point in time you like the video, hit the like button. Helps the video spread out there into the algorithm. I think people could deal with a dose of the reality and also optimism. So I like that. And if you like the way that I cover the industry, news, reviews, and essays, make sure to subscribe at some point. Just make sure I earn it, all right? Don't do it right off the bat. Just make sure that what I do is worth your time. But I'm going to try really hard in this video because, like, when times are bad, we need to do everything we can to remember why video games are awesome. And
I'm going to the bots now, yo.
and ignore the negative, but
After I go to the bathroom, I'll be back. Thank y'all for the game.
and maybe just
For y'all that leave.
And now,
Nice.
we're gonna cover pretty
Thank
much
y'all.
everything that's been going on in this video.
My ass hurt sitting down in this chair.
I'm showing you tons of games, a lot of indie games, as B-roll, because
You know, why show you something boring when I could just show you something cool? I think the best place to start is Xbox. Now, longtime CEO Phil Spencer has retired from his position, with certain rumors and certain people implying that he didn't choose to retire, if you catch my drift, has left the building alongside Xbox president.
Allied destroyer has left squadron.
To the bathroom.
She's an executive from the AI division at Microsoft. So
Allied destroyer has left squadron.
of this magnitude really does have deeper changes than just the new CEO doesn't look like it. Just to get through everything regarding Ash, though, she put out a series of very interesting tweets that did not sound like a human had written them, which makes a lot of sense for somebody who is AI executive. Even people over at IGN called her out on this in an article, which she then replied to, and she came clean to say that her 1-month-old gamer tag with way too many hours on it was actually a family account, as she was exploring the world she was getting into, which definitely contradicts some of her claims that she's been gaming for a long time. Are her claims about her gamer tag or her replies on Twitter real? We don't know, and we never will. Even if she says that it's real, we don't know if it is AI or if it's handlers of her account or people playing on her gamer tag. God knows that back in the day, Phil Spencer has been accused tons of times of actually playing games and having people play on his gamer tag. So at the end of the day, this isn't a battle over truth, it's a battle over public perception. And the public perception of Ash is not good. Honestly, almost as bad as the stuff now swirling around former CEO Phil Spencer, including a now pretty denounced hit piece by Tom Warren over on The Verge, a person who's been covering Microsoft for many years, a person that has proven time and time again to have insider sources within Microsoft and Xbox, kind of like just sort of good protect. You get what I mean. And Tom put out what could be described as a hit piece on Sarah Palm, saying that everybody with an Xbox hated her and that they are now so happy that she is gone because she ran that thing like it was ranking hot. You either fell in line with her vision or you didn't participate. She was the one running Xbox into the ground, even to the point of claiming that it was her decision to make certain changes, stuff like Xbox Play Anywhere, that predate her even being at Xbox. But again, it comes off as just a hit piece trying to also make it come off like everybody is so happy that Ash is there and this is definitely the saving grace of Xbox. While at the same time, we have former Xbox founders saying that they believe that this is the move that Microsoft makes to put Xbox into basically getting a pair or, you know, to guide big black green box, which I guess isn't black and green anymore, but, you know, to guide it into the general night. Again, these sorts of shakeups are major, and I wasn't really against a lot of the direction that Xbox had been taking recently. I understand that people complain about the lack of exclusivity, or maybe rather say, lack of competing. And while their output of games is nowhere near as stellar as something like PlayStation's former or Nintendo,
Helldivers never die. Helldiver, real back.
they have been putting out games, which is way more than many other companies have done. And their slate for this year is exciting, and it might just
Welcome back.
We get this might be.
More crazy.
CEO of Microsoft, which is all they Why would you care about Xbox when
I ain't trying to get gas.
effort you put into this thing that requires careful approaches to customers, dealing with their wants and needs, making them feel respected, and that you treat the legacy of franchises that people hold near and dear to their heart with the respect they deserve, just so you can not make money, when instead, there you have Azure making money hand over fist because you don't need to deal with people. It's basically just bots talking to each other as you do business-to-business relationships and sell massive services and infrastructure to companies. So why have the whole headache-inducing gaming thing? This is also one of the reasons that we never get to see Xbox underperform in some of the more traditional ways. A lot of companies, when they fail, you get to see their stock value plummet. You get to see actual repercussions in the market, and you get to see shareholders be more aware and more active in their complaints. Companies like Ubisoft and their results come to mind. But Xbox is nestled within Microsoft, and Microsoft is doing fine. So it's never that apparent until they just release reports or talk about Xbox's performance. All of this to say that I feel like everything is up in the air for them. And while it's very nice to imagine a future where Xbox just decides that they're going to find a strategy, and they somehow do, to go back into the console race to actually offer hardware and software.
Appetite coming back well.
Because that competition would be healthy for everybody involved, or that they will keep Xbox alive even if it is as a completely third-party thing that doesn't actually make consoles, but, you know, at least we get good games, or maybe it'll just all be gone. Maybe they'll sell it all for parts at this point. And while it could go any way, I think it's pretty safe bet that it's not going to go in the best way for the customer. Speaking of why Xbox is so important, and speaking of companies that get to hide their terrible results nestled within bigger accounting, PlayStation.
The Super Destroyer is ready for your next mission.
Now, I already made a video titled, "You Don't Hate PlayStation Enough." Throughout the entirety of the PS5 generation. And not just viewing it as a customer. I believe that even viewing it from
all these operate.
even the perspective of a potential shareholder in Sony would look at the results of what PlayStation has been doing with their money and say that it's mismatched. But because PlayStation has established itself as the dominating console, and that makes a lot of money as a console manufacturer and as a service provider, that gets to cut everything that gets played and played on PlayStation, they
Hellpods primed.
studios, which
Who the hell is that talking to me?
thousands of people, the output that PlayStation has had has not been good. Don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying that when we get a game from them that it's not a banger. Plenty of people love Ghost of Yotei. For me, it was a little bit too much of just the same thing from before, but I am very excited.
Control about dead already.
Housemarque. And I would probably say that whatever the new God of War is will be excellent, hopefully. But when you compare what they've put out versus the amount of studios that they've had working on live service games that have then been canceled, it is mind-boggling. So many studios have been put into positions where they are pushed ever so slightly into working on live service games that then get canceled. And the biggest problem with spending hundreds of millions of dollars, thousands upon thousands of people's days on this earth, making live service games that get canceled, is that there is no way for the impact of that to be felt from the market. When a bad game comes out that we don't want, that treats us poorly, normally we just don't buy it, we complain about it, we make videos on it, and the general reputation of the company is soured, and then we say, hey, please make more of the thing we like. But if those games are never released, like the ridiculous number of games that PlayStation has...
Hellpod launch initiated.
They are chasing the golden goose of live service games because it's the winning strategy.
Hoorah!
If you never put the games out, they can never flop. Figured out the system. You would think then that it would at least have a repercussion on the company itself. And firstly, Sony's pretty big, not Microsoft big, but they don't just make games. However, PlayStation is 36% of the business that Sony does. Their games and services division is their most important division. It's very funny to consider that back when they were making the PS2, they didn't believe that this was going to be a profitable thing for them as a company, and look how that ended up. And while they do have other businesses, their publishing is huge. They are the largest manufacturer of image sensors, so most cameras use Sony. And of course, they have their movies, Sony Pictures, and all of that. PlayStation is at the center of this, so you would think that a huge mismanagement of PlayStation would be all of the losses that they produce by having studios work tirelessly on games that never release is covered by the fact that the PlayStation 5 is as successful as it is. Why? Hard to pinpoint. At some point, it just feels like an Apple sort of thing, right? Like everybody just decided this was the reason or another. Whether they got entrenched with the PS4 because the PS3 historically didn't do great, or because the PS5 just seemed more attractive than whatever Xbox was putting out. But the truth is that for anybody who went with PlayStation because their favorite franchises were there, they haven't really gotten much of that during the PS5.
I play solo now.
But still, it keeps selling like hotcakes. Not as well as it could, definitely, because we're seeing the growth in the market of things like the Switch here. But it sells enough to not raise any questions about the mismanagement going on inside. Unfortunately, that costs us as customers, because it leads to less games, worse games, and also, if that is one of your incentives to choose PlayStation, or it was, you're not getting that from them. That's all without even beginning to speak about the opportunity cost of how many great things can be done with the talent that Sony has. Instead, we have to watch as they continue to shut down studios like Bluepoint, and then we have to hear reports that Bluepoint wanted to make a live service God of War game after working support on Ragnarok, which all of this is speculation. But if Bluepoint were the ones to pitch a live service game, it's probably because the games that were being greenlit at every other studio were live services because Sony was pushing for it. Now hey, do you want to keep your job and make a video game? Probably you should propose one that you know. The sad thing is that even if everybody became aware of just how bad PlayStation has it, just how terribly it's being run into the ground today, there's no real way to punish them in the market. The stock is stable, people keep buying PlayStations, and unless you switch to PC,
welcome, Helldiver.
You're gonna buy an Xbox, especially right now. I'm not saying that the Xbox consoles are bad necessarily, but why buy an Xbox and not a PC? You get all the games anyways, right? And that's a blow that Xbox dealt themselves. I don't have an answer to the problem of PlayStation not having real competition, besides making affordable PC alternatives that can live in the living room as technology evolves, which is of course where what many of us thought was potentially going to be the savior comes in, the Steam machine. When the Steam machine was announced, and Valve said that they weren't looking to take a loss on selling the hardware, a lot of speculation already trended towards it being fairly pricey, potentially out of price to directly compete with something like the PlayStation 5. But then buying the parts separately just because of the efficiency of the new Steam OS. Which again, not exclusive to the Steam machine, it's a PC, but still, fairly interesting product. That Steam machine has now been delayed because, of course, there are no components, and offering competitive pricing in the market when there is literally no memory to be bought is kind of difficult. The RAM apocalypse brought to us by artificial intelligence and the obsession that so many different companies have with it being the future, and by the way, it's unquestionable. Companies like Microsoft, Nvidia, and OpenAI have led the charge into the world of artificial intelligence where anything regarding technology should be dedicated to AI. What's that about local computing? What's that about having actual capable hardware in your hands that can do things? Nah, bro, you don't even get to choose that anymore. We're taking all of that. Please use AI, thank you. The constant war over the development of artificial intelligence and just how much it's occupying the general market and taking up resources has led to a scarcity that does not allow for the production of a lot of video game hardware, not to mention just general tech, as even phones are going to be affected next year. You've heard of that right. Phones releasing in 2026 will have half the RAM of their same models in 2025, except they will probably cost more somehow. The impact of the RAM apocalypse runs deep, but when it comes to gaming, it's pretty clear as well. Nintendo is considering raising the prices of the Switch 2, because it doesn't matter if one day it's about tariffs and the next it's about RAM. Nintendo is trying to raise the prices of not just their hardware, but all of their video games, pretty much every month. And while we're at it, they're also not doing a great job of output. Starting to cash in on the trend of just re-releasing games from the previous generation that now have better frame rates on the Switch 2, which is definitely why the hardcore enthusiasts buy the Switch 2. PlayStation and Xbox have raised the prices of their current generation consoles throughout the generation. Something unprecedented until this era of AI. And potentially that could continue to happen. We could see even more price increases for current generation consoles because this current generation is going to be cursed for a while. Not only is the general economy of the world suffering, but the future of video game hardware is also in question because nobody can contest the money that's coming from companies like OpenAI and their investors. At the end of the day, we live in a free market, and the people who have memory for sale are going to sell it to the highest bidder. It turns out that the highest bidder is AI. If Microsoft or Sony or Nintendo or Valve want to get their hands on that hardware, they need to bid higher than they currently are, and they're going to pass that price increase on to the customer. But even beyond that, it means that the possibility of developing an entirely new generation of hardware, a PlayStation 6, for these companies to continue raising the price on the consoles that they currently have. Until we have a genuine technological breakthrough, which is unlikely specifically in the area of AI, or until AI crashes and burns, or at the very minimum...
Welcome, Helldiver, welcome!
Maybe. Guaranteed. Stabilizes and people realize that they're losing way too much money investing in AI. That's not me pretending, that's a fact.
Hoorah!
Go ask the OpenAI man. Go ask Samuel, alternative man, how they're doing profit-wise. The availability of the tech we need to make a next gen to push further isn't really going to be there. And when it does arrive, we will already be conditioned by things that have happened now to force pretty much everybody to go and run out and buy it on day one, because arguably the next generation will also have its price increase over time, because once these companies have managed to use any excuse, be it inflation or hardware scarcity, in order to raise their prices, they will use it again, psychologically conditioning every person out there that they should buy these things as soon as possible, and that's the best deal you can get. Something that goes counter to everything that we've known about tech and most things since forever. When things get older, they get antiquated, they are not as new, they should go down in price. Heck, we used to get redesigns and refreshes of consoles like the PS2 for reduced prices. And now we get to keep the same old huge, chunky, ugly building-looking thing like the PS5, but it's just more expensive. And there is a very dangerous future that happens with that conditioning, because the excuses that they could use in the future to raise prices don't even need to be real. Again, that's how conditioning works. And all of this is happening at the same time that major AAA companies are either being bought out, in the middle of being bought out, or heading to bankruptcy and then being stripped for parts, And gamers are constantly revolting against practices that a lot of these
How you gonna drop that shit right down there?
with the excuse of a world of live service interconnectivity, we're seeing the games we get be less innovative, less interesting, less content complete, less polished, and more focused on extracting money from them in a way that has become exhausting to the average customer, leading to more and more people changing their preferences for other types of video games that these large companies refuse to make. Speaking of stuff like PlayStation, when they could be making single-player bangers that everybody loves and that have been proven to sell incredibly well, but of course, incredibly well is only a fraction of what you can make with a live service, even if apparently you can make 10 of those and not even release them. But we don't talk about that. We love to talk about potential in the world of infinite revenue. And somehow, through all of that, I'm here to say that I think gaming's gonna be fine. I actually think this is pretty good for gaming. I'm aware that sounds crazy, but let me explain.
Objective critical stratagem available. Request approved. Democracy has been well done.
There is a lot that goes on in the world of video games, and I am somehow, or in some way, considered to be.
Calling down a sentry. Calling down equipment.
Stop calling me a journalist, I have integrity. And while we often see things cited that matter, stuff like the average age of gamers changing, the average tastes of gamers changing, we very rarely talk about the larger ramifications of those things. In a really recently published article by Matthew Ball, linked in the description, he highlights just how big...
I'm headed to extraction.
...blissfully unaware we are. I think the way that staggers most people is when I tell you that Roblox has the same quarterly engagement as Steam, PlayStation, and engagement. Gamers' participation, how much people actively spend both time and money on video games in the Western world, is either flat or declining. Instead, we're seeing tremendous growth outside of the West. Asia is on a new rampage, and a lot of that has to do with stuff like mobile gaming and the introduction of China into the market of AAA games. Gaming now encompasses a gacha developer making the latest Horse Girl game.
I'm headed to extraction, yo.
$100,000 a month on their Roblox game, and Playground Games making Fable. They don't look the same. They don't feel like they should be
I'm out of here.
in the same market, but technically they are. To me, this is a much more elegant way of describing the attention economy. Your attention, whether you're watching this video or listening to it, that is what people crave. Which is why I appreciate it so much that you watch. Because your time and your attention is the most valuable commodity in the world if you're giving it. But that means in many ways that video games are now competing with everything in a way that we really didn't used to consider. Because there's video games of all sorts. Online gambling, whether that be sports betting or the poly markets of the world, are an active competitor to a lot of video games. We're slowly starting to reach a maturity level within the industry of interactive stuff that we do, where the way that we consider different things and how they compete has to change. A world where we value IPs and the potential to turn them into major streaming TV shows more than if they're actually good video games. Because there's a world in which video games are designed to be wonderful experiences, that make you feel something, that make you invested, that make you happy, that engage you in some way. And then there are video games that are designed to capture your attention and retain it for long enough to take money out of your wallet, or alternatively, show you scummy advertising. And now you must be thinking, wait, didn't you just say you were gonna say why all of this is good for games? You're just saying even worse stuff. But no, I'm not, because that first type of games, the ones that actually care about you, what the industry has so sadly done, premium experience, are grown to be more popular. And that does have to do with the fact that a lot of the largest companies in the world, console manufacturers, platform holders are failing. And it also has to do with the potential of not getting new consoles for a while. More and more within our niche, within what we as gamers consider ourselves, more of the games we love are being made every day. Be that sometimes by indie studios, sometimes by companies finally
Damn it.
realizing that, you know,
Come and got me.
PS games shouldn't have disappeared. Maybe we should have modernized them and just made them cooler. Whatever your specific thing that you really want to be made, there's a higher chance than ever before that it's being made or has already been made, or that if you wanted to, you could probably go and make it. I think that's probably been highlighted and proven with just how many different unique video games that have shown you that are all just from this week's excellence. A lot of those things are now way more sustainable than they were before, because there's an active effort to organize and give discoverability
Affirmative.
and a more active and involved audience that is out there looking for them, because they want those experiences as they keep trying to run away from the ones that are being forced down their throat. And because more and more people are looking for them, these newer studios, these people who are doing this basically out of passion, companies that aren't bloated by gigantic bureaucratic corporate distributions of hierarchy, these bloated, unnecessary, organic companies, is that they can make games that are very specific to what they wanted to make and be sustainable, make a living, make more of them, grow it, try new stuff. And as everything in gaming slowly becomes the same homogenized slump of live service shit, more people are consistently trying to innovate, to steer as far away from that.
Kill all the red. Kill all the red.
Larger companies will have to as well. If new consoles aren't coming out for another 3 years, both the platform holders and anybody making video games that are AAA will have to go back to the things they used to. I don't know if you guys remember this, but games that came out at launch with the PlayStation 2 versus between them. However, today, we still can't get Unreal Engine 5 to not stutter. The constant pursuit of more and bigger tech, of shinier graphics, of raw power, has led to not just the downfall of optimization, realizing new requirements of just how games run on set hardware like console. It's not just that those have gone out the window, it's that innovation has as well. We've stopped playing to an advantage of it. We've just been playing for the same ball. But once the playing field becomes more even, it caters to customers that are more picky than ever. Innovation has to come back into the equation. These companies have to start actually making games that either people are telling them they want, or thinking really hard about making games that none of us knew we wanted. Limitation breeds creativity, and in the case of video games, it also should breed optimization. But there are so many things within the world of video games that have been completely ignored in favor of new technology. Be that the shiniest new chips that produce the shiniest new graphics, or an over-reliance on online systems in live services. Worlds that are alive, hubs of gaming that are trying to compete with stuff like something structure. And we have completely forgotten how things work and go back to basics, use everything we can learn into the free. No longer is it just sustainable.
Good Lord.
That's what's going to happen. That is the customer demand better from their 10-year console generation. The disappearance
What the fuck?
of large companies, the potential exit.
Who shot me?
The potential of, I don't know, PlayStation shutting down all of their studios. The potential of more optimized operating systems, SteamOS. These are all opportunities for new players to rise that understand what we need. And what we need, what we consistently ask for. You can look at the results, you can look at the sales within our little tiny non-Roblox corner of games are good fucking video games, man. So to me, that means the future is incredibly bright. We are on the right path. Good things are happening to incentivize the types of games that not just respect customers, but truly try and do something new, something memorable, something that we'll carry with us. And that is precisely where I want to end this video. The world out there can be a scary place. And I say that in general. It doesn't matter if it's your 9 to 5 with a boss you hate, or yet another AFK feeder on your deadlock. But there is so much pessimism, so much sadness in the world today. It's hard sometimes to turn on the news. It's even sadder is that we often turn to our hobbies, to our little corners of the world, only to see more.
What the hell?
News. We go from economic collapses to technology collapses, and somehow we're back into what used to be our safe corner, our hobby, our love of video games being affected by everything. And the only headlines that we can see are how
Keep your head out.
treat us worse, or how companies disappear, or how the things we love disappear. But that is just not true. Those are the headlines. But under the constantly moving sands of the industry, there is constant fear. Sometimes you just have to put in the extra effort of unearthing it. And sometimes we get so caught up in coming home tired from our jobs, exhausted mentally from what's going on, and we just turn on the YouTube video or the Twitter feed or the short form content or whatever it may be, and just consume information about the things we love instead of participating. So I want to ask you for something today. Take some time for yourself if you can, and go load up your favorite video game. Go try out whatever you might have thought looked cool from all of these indies from Next Fest that I've shown you throughout the video. Go and finally play that one game that your friend has been bugging you about for 3 years that you keep looking at in your library and keep saying, no, not today, I'm too tired. Put down, if you can, whatever is occupying your brain space, whatever's taking up your energy, and open up a really damn good video game and let yourself get lost in one. Because the reason that we care, the reason that we talk about it, the reason that I put effort into my videos is because the feeling of playing a really damn good video game, nothing else really compares to that. And I think we shouldn't forget that. And we should continue to champion everybody who chases it. There's tons of them. There will always continue to be. And we're only on the best possible track to finally get people to understand that innovation, that passion, that's what's going to drive those experiences that we care about. So go play a great video. You deserve it. I've been Mark. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, you know, hit the like button, whatever, YouTube, they're all the same. And since you're here at the end of the video, I wanted to ask you for a favor. Go and check out my social. I have a very unhealthy relationship with short so I have been forced by my friend Devante, and he's going to be handling the socials over on Instagram and TikTok. But if you want more monthly, like short bite-sized forms, go follow the accounts there and go look at whatever videos he's posted. Just leave a comment saying, "We love you, Devante." I think you'll appreciate that. Oh, and you can follow me on Twitter if you want to. I've never said that before, but it's there. @MustBeTV. Thank you so much for everything. Truly, and extra special thanks to the people up on the wall. As always, the wall's getting huge. But these are the people that support me either on Patreon or here on YouTube as members that, you know, no matter what the algorithm says that I should be doing or whatever rage bait I should talk about, they give me that safety net to put in the extra.
No diver left
I
behind.
think is the most important. Wait an extra day or two, get my thoughts together and make something truly worthy of your time. Go out there, enjoy some video games. I'll see you again very soon.
Let's dig orbital.
Orbital barrage incoming. Stand clear.
Mm. I have no supplies and nothing to blow this up.
Reinforcements on the way.
There it is.
Request approved. Reinforcements have been launched.
Down the support weapon. Ready to liberate. Calling in reinforcements.
Reinforcement budget depleted. Request approved. Reinforcements on the way.
Calling in extraction.
Extraction shuttle inbound.
Calling down a support weapon. Backpack inbound.
ETA T-minus 2 minutes. ETA T-minus 1 minute 30 seconds.
Orbital inbound.
Mod outpost destroyed. Orbital barrage incoming. Stand clear. Additional reinforcement funding approved. ETA T-minus 1 minute.
Reinforcing.
Request approved. Deploying reinforcements. ETA T-minus 30 seconds. ETA T-minus 20 seconds. ETA T-minus 10 seconds. Clear landing zone.
Out of ammo.
Pelican 1 preparing for touchdown. Pelican 1 preparing to depart. Shuttle launch in 20 seconds.
Ooh.
Pelican 1 beginning ascent. You will forever be remembered as heroes of this metropolis.
Hell divers never die. Hurrah.
I love Trader Joe's.
with Trader Joe's. You may be one of them. But what is this crazy obsession? Is it all the different colored bags? You can get the pink, you can get the green, you can get the blue, you can get the purple. Is that why people are so obsessed with all the Trader Joe's stuff? Well, yes and no. Listen to this.
Can we talk about Trader Joe's for a minute, please? Like, I think you know I'm not a paid spokesperson for Trader Joe's. I just am a little bit obsessed with Trader Joe's because I think it's amazing.
Yeah, Trader Joe's has some very interesting stuff. But they're also doing things almost every season where they're pulling out new bags, they're pulling out new products. And again, it's interesting. Some people just
Go ahead, 298.
specific items. Like this person.
Okay, I'm not addicted to drugs, but I'm definitely addicted to Trader Joe's and salmon. I just stocked up on 10 more of these because tell me why these are the best things ever. I used to think canned fish actually sounded disgusting, but it's so good. So underrated for protein. And
okay. Canned salmon.
Orbital thrusters.
To the woods, at the hearts. To the woods.
I don't want to buy salmon
Right here.
Can. Probably not. Have I ever tried the Trader Joe's salmon? Absolutely not. Would I? Maybe. But let me know your thoughts. This is something that more and more people are doing, though. You're going to Trader Joe's with a bag. Yeah. People will literally get in line. Okay?
Look at the napalm on there at this time.
Opens so that they can get the drop. They can get the newest bags with the canvas bags, the mini totes. Doesn't matter. They're trying to get the new bag, the new color. That's what they want.
Okay, everyone's getting their bags. Check this out. And everyone's being really nice. See? We get 12 here.
You know, this is the one thing I do appreciate about the people that go to the shows. It's not like when the AP Swatch watch ended up dropping and people were getting it.
Hell divers never die. I'm coming. All right.
This was the one that I wanted the most. Okay. Look at how gorgeous. Got it. This was the second one that I wanted the most. Look at how gorgeous. Got it. And finally, this baby. Very gorgeous, very cute. Just, you know, not my style, but I was able to get all that. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Look at these babies. Look.
Yeah. People are literally addicted to these bags. And you see this all over on sports fields, in gyms, that people are using these bags for everyday use. Some people even use these as like a purse. It's crazy. But again, they're addicted to Trader Joe's. And I see why in some cases. Other cases, not so much. Look at this right here. These are just some of the things people are buying. Again, they're buying everything at Trader Joe's. Not going anywhere else.
At least I'm not on crack. Out of all of the things I'm struggling with in life, crack is not one of them. At least.
Yeah, well, that's good news there. But again, look at some of the things people are buying.
I went into Trader Joe's for one seasoning and somehow I ended up spending $85 on treats. The first thing I saw when I walked in was lychee. I haven't had these in forever and I just thought they'd be fun. I got these strawberry gummies for my husband. He loves anything strawberry flavored. And then for my sister, because her birthday's coming up, I got her these boba mochi little candies. To go with this, I got her a box of chocolates and I'm just going to tie a ribbon around both of these. They just look really cute. I love the packaging. The next thing I got, I'm blaming on my sister-in-law because she had these at her house a while back and I tried one and could not stop eating them. These are chocolate cake. They are so good. To know by now that I love tea, so I got a couple different ones to try. This is a mango black tea. Some Irish breakfast black tea. I've never tried this before. I've always had English black tea, so I'm curious to see what the difference is. I also got an herbal tea. This is a nice one too. I'm really excited to try before bed. It has chamomile,
Holy shit!
I also randomly got some apricot. I don't know why. I don't think I've ever had an apricot. They just look juicy and yummy. My sister-in-law was
They dropped the tank dead on my ass.
anything she said while we were there, I was like, yeah, throw it in the cart. According to her, this pineapple salsa is amazing, so I grabbed a jar of this with some chips.
What kind of shit is that?
This is specifically garlic seasoning. I got 2 jars. We love this on whitefish, like cod and halibut. I love a snack plate.
They dropped that bitch right on me.
Crackers. They have these as one of the things that you can try when you go in one time, and I love them. They're so good. So to go with that, I got some salami and 2 cheeses. I swear they have the best cheeses out of anywhere. My sister-in-law said that this is the best cheese she's ever had. It's cheddar cheese combined with Parmesan, and I always get some sort of Gouda when I go in there. I also got 2 jars of the hot and sweet ones, which you've never had these. They are amazing. They're really good on like burgers or French dip sandwiches. Last up is 2 containers of these mini peanut butter cups. We get these every single time we go. Sandra likes to throw them in the freezer and snack on them cold. I really
Those mini peanut butter cups, those things are great. Those are great. The little mini chocolate chip cookies, those are great. Again, not obsessed with Trader Joe's, but I understand how people could actually get to that point because, again, it's pretty good.
It's Monday. We need to do another grocery restock. We're at Trader Joe's, and we're gonna go get some snacks. Here these garlic and melon crackers. These look good. These are my favorite. Their mac and cheese is so good. It's so packed.
You know what's crazy though? That people will go to Trader Joe's. I know several people that
Goddamn napalm.
They go every single day. They go get stuff for their lunch, for work. They work right next to the kind of the building, and so they go there every single day. Okay, great. But again, is that an addiction? Is that an obsession? I want to know your thoughts down in the comment section. But this is why I bring it to your attention. So many people right now, they go to the same store. They go to Walmart. They go to Target. They go to Costco. But they don't call it an obsession or an addiction. But it's only for people that go to Trader Joe's or go to Whole Foods. They say they're addicted. And I'm curious, why is that? Why are you only addicted if it's Trader Joe's or Whole Foods, but not Walmart, not Target, and not Costco? I think that's interesting. But here's the last thing I want to leave you with. Are you deciding to go to specific stores because
What the fuck?
of the sales, because of the products that they sell, or is it just the environment?
That bitch blew my ass up.
Customer service. The one thing that I can say about Trader Joe's, I absolutely love Trader Joe's.
Oh, no, that ain't none of mine.
And the fact of the matter is this, it's always a clean store. They'll get you in and out of the store quickly. Parking's a mess, but outside that, it's okay. But the reason why is because of the employees. The employees, again, great. They do everything extremely well. They're helpful. They will rush to the back and grab something if you need it. So for me personally, I like Trader Joe's. Not addicted, but I like them. Let me know down in the comment section below. Do you like Trader Joe's as well? Let me know. But again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.
Request approved. Reinforcements have been launched.
Red 2 Tracking map. Northwest. 300 meters. Dropping a pin. East. 200 meters.
Tagging map. North. Far.
Calling down a support weapon.
Requesting orbital.
Firing orbital laser.
Oh, fuck. Damn tank.
Calling in reinforcements.
Request approved. Reinforcements have been launched. Requesting orbital.
I'm out.
Dropping a pin. East, 200 meters.
Affirmative.
Liberty dispensed. Outpost destroyed. Dropping a pin. Northeast, 100 meters.
To the sky.
Mission at 30 minutes remaining.
Bag's empty. No mag. Found something. Sample collected.
Calling down a sentry.
On outpost.
Orbital inbound.
Firing orbital barrage. Clear the area.
My life for super art! Bag's empty.
Damn it.
Request approved. Reinforcements have been launched. Democracy has been well delivered. May your extraction be swift.
27 extraction.
Bot outpost destroyed.
Dropping a pin. Northeast, 200 meters.
We're calling down a sentry.
Hell, I'm going to extract. I'm going the wrong way. Shit. I'm headed extraction, yo.
Sub-objective nearby. Objective critical stratagem available.
Calling in a hell bomb.
Fuck!
Request approved. Reinforcements have been launched. Requesting advanced weaponry.
Democracy
Hell no. I got a long way to get back to where I was. Shit.
Requesting sentry. We've got equipment. Never mind. Tagging location. Requesting orbital.
Requesting advanced weaponry.
Requesting advanced weaponry. Tagging map. West. Fuck.
Shit the other motherfucking way.
Say hello to democracy!
That big motherfucker got to be chasing me, right?
Request approved. Deploying reinforcements.
Calling in a hell bomb. Engaging terminal. Hell bomb armed. Clear the area. Activating jump pad. No mag.
Tagging map. West. 300 meters.
Orbital inbound.
Orbital barrage incoming. Stand clear.
I'm out. Last reload.
Proceed to extraction when ready.
I am.
Last reload. Out of ammo.
Calling down a support weapon.
Calling in extraction.
Extraction request confirmed. Shuttle inbound.
Requesting tac-tac. Calling down a support weapon. Calling down supplies.
ETA T-minus 2 minutes. Requesting sentry.
How'd you like to taste of
ETA T-minus 1 minute 30 seconds.
Damn it.
Request approved.
Hell diver reporting to the front.
ETA T-minus 1 minute.
Throwing grenade. Blasting advanced weaponry. Fire in the hole. Throwing grenade.
ETA T-minus 30 seconds. Hard landing in progress.
Requesting orbital.
Countdown initiated. Stand by for takeoff. Reinforcement budget depleted. Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent. The citizens of this city will thank you.
This is Licketsplit. That is it for today, yo. Unless y'all want to go fight some bugs. If y'all want to go fight some bugs, we'll go for the bug side next. Now we got one more, and we can go fight the bugs if y'all want to after this one. I'll fight some bugs. One more. All right, let's get this last one on the road. Hoorah! All right, 206.
Coordinates locked.
15 minutes, yo.
Allied destroyer has engaging orbital thrusters. Orbit synchronized.
One more. Hoorah!
Launch initiated.
Oh shit. Keep going on.
It's our favorite pastime. In fact, I look at the media right now and I'm like, I don't know what you guys would do. Honestly, if you did not have Donald Trump as your punching bag, because you'd all be sitting there looking at yourself saying, who do we go after next? But here's the good news, okay? When you cut through all the BS that's out there, and I see it daily, constantly, when you cut through all that and you look at what's really going on, we're getting a deal done here, folks. Whether the left likes it or not, this deal is happening. I have only to look at the oil markets to see it. Take a look at WTI, down 5.55% today. We're at like the lowest level we have been at in 5 weeks, okay? We have just been going down every single day. Yesterday was the same story. Oil was falling again yesterday. So what does this mean for gas prices? Well, if you're paying that much on the open market for future deliveries of oil, guess what? You're going to be paying less at the gas pump very, very soon. So this is happening, and Donald Trump is making it very...
Moving pretty good. Okay.
We're going to get a deal. It better be a good one.
Very simple. The bank cannot have a nuclear weapon. I'm doing that for the world. I'm not doing it just for us.
In other words, this is going to have worldwide implications for the future. I mean, he's totally changing the game here right now, and it's like, you know, the left is kicking and screaming and bugging some Europe for that matter. But this is the right thing to do right now. Here he is speaking with his whole cabinet in the meeting today.
Iran is very much intent and want very much to make a deal. So far, they haven't gotten it. We're not satisfied with it, but that we will be. We will be either that or we'll have to just finish the job.
In other words, it's either happen the way it's supposed to, or you can find a way to finish the job. Sources are telling me this is going to happen, and there's a lot of things being discussed right now on the table. For example, they're like, okay, Strait of Hormuz. Is there any chance that there's going to be a tolling deal in the Strait of Hormuz? To which I said yesterday and the day before, no, that's never going to happen, guys, because that's not actually how it works. You see, we have this sort of international maritime law thing that governs it all, so we wouldn't be okay with Iran and Iran gaming up Spain. I have this feeling that a little bit of Sanchez there in Spain, Trump's against it today. We're going to talk about that. They're like ransacking his office amid allegations of corruption. But I wondered if Spain wanted to get in on the deal too. Maybe it's the Strait of Gibraltar or something. You have all these little countries saying, well, I want to control my waterways, and there's no way in HDL, well, it's going to happen, and just in case the media didn't quite get it, clearly this reporter didn't chance to question one thing very clear.
Oh!
Negotiations. They would like it. Nobody's going to get through international waters, and Oman will behave just like everybody else. Have to blow them up. They understand that. They'll be fine.
Warren also said something that was kind of important. He said, I don't care about midterms. I don't care about elections. This is something that I'm doing for the world. This is something that I'm doing for us. And, you know, that was a certain amount of conviction, right? He didn't have to go in and do this. I guess the easy way out would have been to say, just let him do whatever. But he was not going to allow for Iran to get a nuclear weapon under his watch. Full on. And so what you're seeing right now is a negotiation playing out. We're told it's like 95% there. And there's some last minute deal talk, as in literally words. And we'll argue about these words and argue about them and argue about them. But I don't think Iran has much of an alternative here. I really don't. I mean, if you're Iran, it's like you've got this full-on embargo, right? And that embargo means none of your ships can get out. Therefore, you can't even sell to your friends over in China. You can't sell any of that oil. And China's not too happy because you can't get that oil. You'd be breaking that embargo. And we have a pretty strong Navy that's guarding that very, very carefully. So I'll tell you, he's on a winning streak. And by the way, the winning streak was very clear and very abundant last night. Do not doubt this president, right?
I'm the Rhino Hunter. You're finished!
Woo!
Oh boy. Okay, so that was a huge win in Texas. I told you that was going to happen. Ken Paxton has a lot of appeal among a whole lot of people, and I think Donald Trump saw him as one fitting with the Trump agenda, the first agenda, versus Cornyn, who didn't really fit in there, right? As sort of the Republican the only thing. And the other thing he liked about Ken was that Ken was going to win. He was really clear. That's who the momentum was behind. And then you had Donald Trump getting behind him. And I'll tell you guys, you know what? He knows how to pick the winners. He really does. Phil Hemmer did a good piece on this on Fox. And I want to show you what the numbers are. In other words, this is what you call a winning streak.
This is his scorecard, okay? He is the number 8 governors. Now, some of these races could have a lot of competition. Some of them did.
Woo!
We saw what happened a week ago tonight with Tom Massey in Kentucky. And now we're seeing it again tonight, okay? In Texas, governor level, Trump endorsed 8. He won 8 times. U.S. House, 101 endorsed. He won. Yeah, sorry. 101 endorsed. And he won 101. U.S. Senate, he has endorsed 8 candidates. And prior to tonight, he won 8 times. And now you can take the endorsement from 8 to 9 endorsed. And from 8 to 9. Ken Paxton was outspent 9-1. Got the endorsement from Trump, got the endorsement of Wesley Hunt, the congressman who got knocked out 2.5 months ago. And now we got the Senator Paxton Talarico. Many Republicans felt if John Cornyn could win tonight, that he could be an easy winner over Talarico. We'll never know that now. But a lot of Republicans felt that they could save a lot of money too if Cornyn won. But that did not happen. Here's what will happen, Sean, in November. Texas, probably the most expensive Senate race that we have seen ever. I mean, we were looking at some of the numbers.
It might be expensive, but I'll tell you, I'm pretty darn sure that Ken Paxton's going to win Texas. I mean, I think he's going to kind of a lot. I'm curious what you guys think on that as well. We got some people from Texas here in the chat.
Holy shit.
What he's up against. And I don't consider it that formidable. I mean, he's got this guy who's like 12, right?
Come on now.
James Talarico. That's what I'm talking about. Who really has one issue.
I'm on it, motherfucker. I'm on it.
Quite desperate. Total tape.
I want to acknowledge that our
Now, I thought at first that was like a trick question. It had me thinking. Oh, okay, so he must be talking about...
All right, that's what I'm talking about, boys. That was good.
That's where the pregnant man emoji comes from. Woo, okay, thanks. And then sometimes, but I gotcha. That's not gonna fly in Texas. Hey, like, that's not winning in good old Texas. Nor is this. 12-year-old. Something that you love that's not family or friends.
I love, and I'm just saying this.
Hurrah! Hell, I would never die.
Children who showed up.
You would thought this was made by Lee Hardcastle. All of our... Hey. Not creepy at all.
That's what I'm talking about, yo. That was great. That was dope. That was dope, yo.
Right. What's about to happen here? Because this could play out a couple different ways. Based on the way her eyes are. And the way that he's looking. Alright. Alright. I don't know what's about to happen now. Hey! Oh my gosh. What is he doing here? What is this, some underground bar? Oh! Oh my! Oh! Got him! Red dot. Get the freak! Oh! More to believe! Alright. He's still smiling.
Every moment we ruminate, another family is to live.
Alright.
We strike.
He's dead. He's still right there. Alright. Alien exist and they walk among us. Why is she smiling? Oh! We gotta go. We gotta go! Oh! Alright. Oh no! What is about to happen?
Oh, that's much better.
You're not playing! Now come on. Into the rest of it. Last one for this week. Now, the first one of this week is called Unlucky Charms, and it was uploaded by Chris E.T. Something's awry. Lucky Charms is one of the most goated cereals of all time, and one of my personal favorites. Now, this one was sent to us by Chase, who said, "Me and my friends love watching your videos, and I would like you to see this one." Chase, shout out to you and your friends. Hey, I appreciate you guys for tuning in for the monthly episodes of Spooky Scary Sunday. Let's get it. Ooh, 3D animated.
Nice try, Leprechaun. No magic ponchos for you. Hey, magic ponchos. Part of a
Magic Munchos? I don't know what that is, but they stealing Lucky's whole flow.
Part of a complete breakfast. Challenge. Find all three of the Leprechaun's friends in boxes of magic ponchos with the grand prize. Magic ponchos every day. Magic ponchos away.
Bro, why you wasting it like that? Is it worth money? Like, gotta be worth some money. Why else would he do that? Hello? Okay, we're fine. Where's your phone? Call the police. Oh boy. Y'all been noticing they like got the real snack names like Cheetos? Oh, $1.99? Alright, let's give him a pot of gold. You ain't gonna make that door, G. You have to throw something at him. Distraction. How would you throw it towards the door, dude?
Hell divers never die. Hurrah! Welcome, El Diver. Welcome. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, shit, that's beautiful. Oh, hell.
We need to get them to 50K. I need y'all to go handle that. This next one is called The Boy Sitting on the Beach, and it was uploaded by Ron C. Entertainment. Now, this was sent to us by Nina Wu-Thang, who said the thumbnail still remains unknown to this day. I don't know what that means, but let's press play.
A few years ago, it was in January. It was so cold that our town was all frozen, and the streets were very quiet back then. I was living on the second floor of the apartment building at that.
Them streets loud now. What? I'm a top tier comedian.
And the streets were very quiet back then. I was living on the second floor of the apartment building at that time, and I could see a small park and a bench in the direction of my balcony. One night, it was around 9 p.m.
About empty.
The battery had just died, so I went and used
8%.
And I saw a child sitting on a bench about 30 meters away. It was snowing heavily outside at the time, so I thought it was a little weird for a child to sit on a bench alone in the middle of the night, especially on this cold day. However, I soon decided not to care about him.
Dead in the ass.
Just waiting for his parents. Then I surfed the website for a while, and it was about 12 a.m. I went back to the balcony to lock the window, and that kid, he was still sitting on the bench. Looking at the back of his head, I began to worry that something might be wrong with him. So, after thinking about it for a long time, I posted a post on the website a month ago. Guys, there's a child out there this time. Should I call the police?
We did that fast? God damn.
Hey, you alright? I want to make sure everything's alright.
Look at the motherfuckers coming.
And then look back at the bench. Maybe I can talk to him for a second. Thinking like this, I opened the window and shouted at the child. Hey! Hey, kid! He seemed not to hear my voice. He was just sitting there, not even looking at me. I shouted to him a few more times, then gave up. Went back to the living room, checking the comments, and there was one comment caught in my eyes. Hey, listen, that is not a human.
That was fast.
Do not talk to him. I got goosebumps. Slowly went out to the balcony.
We done fought all 3 regiments tonight. The bugs, the last one. We fought the bots. We fought the luminants first. Then we fought the bots. So that's 3, 6, and 9. We on the road tonight.
I left open earlier and looked down at the window inadvertently. And there was a child.
One, two, 1, 2. I guess I can't mute it.
Nothing happened that day.
It's okay.
I still think it's the weirdest experience of my life. What if I didn't see his comment at that moment? Wouldn't that ghost have come into my house through the window? Of course, that kid may be a real person, but I still can't forget the back of his head.
The last one for this week is called Evil. It's uploaded by a friend from Red Panther. This essential is by Akia or Akia, and they said, "Love from the Philippines. Hope you pick me." But you just got Akia, Mahal
IPR Studios.
Allied destroyer has joined.
Welcome, Eldiver.
Coordinates locked. Hellfire engaging orbital thrusters.
Y'all ever eat a crayon for a living? Me too. They should make them smell good. I'm telling you.
One more.
About to be a full-length feature film.
We gotta wait the other guy to get in. We still waiting on one more. Here he come. Here he come. Blitz, baby, blitz.
When kids start drawing stuff like that, you get put up for adoption. I'm not playing the games with you.
Blitz, baby. Hurrah.
Hello, Jack. I'm Dr. Gabriel Grant. You can call me Gabby.
Jack, not trying to talk to you.
Very nice to meet you. Greetings, Gabby. It's very nice.
You hear a 4-year-old use the word acquaintance. You can't put up for an ox.
I'm always very glad to make new friends. So
There we go.
stethoscope.
That's cool.
I'm a different sort of doctor. I try and help kids with their bad feelings. Did your grandma tell you that you're going to be staying here with us for a little while? You don't look happy about that. Your grandma told me so.
You even got no Lego.
I like your pictures. Your grandma brought me some from home. well. Always with the bear. The clown. Do they have any names?
That's Mr. Pinky and the bear's Captain Beasley. They're my friends.
What's wrong with Mr. Pinky's hair?
These blades really sharp stuff like that.
You're on me!
Just who does Mr. Pinky's masterpiece?
Sometimes Pinky makes me mad.
What's this clown for doing this to his mom? And the neighbor's people. No, the bear killed the dog. The captain, Beasley. Captain Beasley. Jesus, this kid's split right down the door. So what are we thinking here? Is this dissociative identity or schizo? Let's just wait and see what Gavin can get out of him first. Hey.
So, Mr. Pinky scratches the people you don't like. And what does Captain Beasley do?
Sure. Like a shield.
Mr. Pinky is the sword.
Likes you.
He does?
But he doesn't like those men hiding behind the mirror.
Ew. Not hiding. They're just...
They're hiding.
It doesn't miss a beat, does he?
Jack, we need to talk about what happened to your mom. What you did to her. With the scissors. Jack?
He's scribbling. He's scribbling! He's scribbling!
Yeah.
Get out of there!
Jack!
I can't do anything!
Who was that?
It's nice to go back to my grandpa's now. He would like me.
That's simply not true. I think you're a very smart, very special little boy. What else would you do?
Bullcrap, Doc.
Help to control your...
Oh man, the Mary's friend.
You heard him.
I'm sorry, Jack. Your grandma is not ready for you to go home. Jack, please. I need you to control your feelings right now. Leave it.
Bruh, I would have been out of that movie. Why is this glass is real hot? Why is it so hot in here all of a sudden? And y'all dead. People here telekinesis? Oh, come on, Doctor.
I'm too fast. Too goddamn fast.
Blue scratch those pictures on the wall. Look at your hair. Your life is in disarray. You're not going to believe point-blank evidence. I have no sympathy for what's about to happen to you. He's doing this with his mind. How the hell do you explain what's going on here? I'm about ready to call an exorcist. What do we do? Do we go in there? Yeah, that's a good idea. Why don't you go? Oh, you don't believe in telekinesis? Great.
Combat zone to resupply.
5 minutes left. We can't stay this low much longer, Helldiver.
Requesting sentry!
Dropping a pin. South, 300 meters.
Woo! Somebody hit a hell bomb.
You have accomplished Liberty's will. Extract at your discretion.
I saved the last one for I saved the long one for last. The next one is the long one. 45 minutes.
Bugheim spotted! Prepare to exterminate!
These cops is relentless.
Requesting extended weapon. How'd you like to taste of freedom? Single one, back in business.
Calling down a sentry!
Motherfucker. Shit.
Calling in reinforcements!
Request approved. Deploying reinforcements.
Enemy supply beacon!
Terminate outpost. Destroyed.
Sending in an eagle. Here comes the cavalry. Another one bites the dust. Eagle 1 returning to destroyer for resupply. Calling down the support weapon. We've got equipment.
Calling in extraction!
Extraction request confirmed. Shuttle inbound.
Reloading! Requesting advanced weaponry!
Rare sample acquired. Requesting walker.
Requesting sentry! Calling down a walker!
ETA T-minus 1 minute and 30 seconds.
Here they come.
Request approved. Reinforcements have been launched. ETA T-minus 1 minute.
Super Earth's finest back in action.
10 seconds. Reinforcement budget completed. Pelican 1 arriving in coordinates. Take off. Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
We got it.
Victory was never in doubt.
Never in doubt. I saved the best for last, yo. It's a long 45 minutes. Hurrah! Hell divers never die. Hurrah!
Wasn't really into the horror genre, so you can imagine the kind of reaction she had. Sarah asked if I could walk her to the bedroom. I reply by saying, sure, after the movie's done.
You know I don't like horror. Please just walk me to the bedroom. I'm scared, Trevor. I'm really scared, Trevor.
Quit being it.
Welcome back. Well done. Allied destroyer.
I'm really scared, Trevor.
Quit being a chicken. I'm not leaving the couch till this movie's done. Hey, you gotta...
I hate you!
Hey! Sarah angrily gets up and heads to the bedroom on her own while when your mom tell you you can't get that before you get to work?
I hate you!
McDonald's baked machine won't Sarah angrily gets up and
Mission coordinates locked. Hellpod prime. Engaging orbital thrust.